That was partially unexpected. With Season 2 dropping as of next week, we knew that we'd be getting something, or at least a few teasers here and there in relation to the coming content over the course of the next week. But today, I can't say that I was expecting the teaser and cinematic trailer to drop, as well as what Treyarch also dropped over on their Twitter. But alas, that's what we ended up getting, and so today we're going to break down everything you need to know, including a good look at a bit of the content coming within Season 2. I'm talking operators, weapons, and streaks even, that are brand new to the game. So we're going to go over that here today in this video, so let me know your thoughts down below. What are you looking forward to in Season 2? Cold War additions, Warzone changes, whatever it may be, feel free to let me know. As well, if you are new to the channel, do be sure that subscribe button is stay up to date with all things Cold War, Warzone, and anything COD related. We're on that road to 400,000 subscribers, and we'll keep you up to date with all of it. Also, check out Gamer Advantage for the best blue light glasses on the market. More about them later on in the video. That said, let's jump into it. So first thing to do here, I guess, is just to check out the trailer. If you haven't seen it already, here it is.
Rescue mission is full bar. Need immediate reinforcements. Falling back to LZ.
Hold on, Revis. We are inbound. Get us on the ground, now!
Copy that. Fucking hang on! Stitch, the rats are here. Adler's secure and headed to you in Verdansk.
Good. Make them believe we care about the Nova 6 supply lines.
I have you visual. LZ is high. Light 'em up.
Goddamn loud.
It's go time! Get on the go! Don't get killed!
Camp's a few clicks east. They knew we were coming.
Fuck. We can't abort, or Adler's as good as dead.
He's one tough son of a bitch, but everyone's got a breaking point. Time's wasted, kids.
Let's move.
So as for the trailer itself here, this sort of breakdown of what you're seeing in terms of narrative, setting, and all that, it's set in Laos, Woods piloting a helo alongside some new operators. We see a soldier running through the jungle, though likely not a face that we need to know or remember. He's sacrificial for this storyline, but we see him get executed while the operator that picks up the card with his own information on it, that's Naga. He's one of the new operators this season, likely the lead-off operator that we get with the battle pass, but he seems to be working with Stitch as they communicate about the plot unfolding behind the scenes. This is incredibly important, and we'll come back to it in a second because this has Warzone implications, not just Cold War, but the rest of the trailer is fairly straightforward. Woods in the new introductions of the team, they're looking for Adler, trying to save him before Stitch can do any harm. Though one thing that eludes me personally is, where's Mason? In the Season 1 cinematic, we ended up seeing that he was also missing, and we still don't know anywhere of where he's going to be, so that could be a wild card for future seasons, I would imagine. But storyline and narrative-wise, on pause until the Warzone implications we'll talk about in a second, we see a majority of the content coming for Season 2 in terms of operators, weapons, and even a new streak. As for operators, we of course know that one that ended up executing the one soldier, likely on Woods' side here, was Naga. Again, probably going to be the lead off here for the battle pass, what we end up getting for instant unlock if you purchase that battle pass unlock. And according to data mines, the other two that we can see here throughout this trailer are Revis and Wolf. Now, which of those two each of them are, we don't know just yet, but those are going to be our three main operators here, likely for Season 2. Naga, again, probably being that battle pass, and then Revis and Wolf being introductions later on in the season that are paid for bundles. Weaponry-wise, we actually got to see basically everything here that we have at least on offer for the launch of Season 2. We saw the Galil, we saw the crossbow, and we saw a new SMG, that being what Naga's holding in the forest. That SMG could likely be the AI LC-10. We mentioned that last week when talking about weaponry that was data mined within Cold War for Season 2. The Galil making a return here is an interesting one, and that crossbow again was data mined. We talked about that as of recently as well. Honestly, I'd be really curious to see how a Galil plays out here with this. I love that weapon from classic CODs, and I'd be more than happy to play with it again. And also jumping over into Warzone with that'd be pretty cool. As for the streak that we ended up learning about, that was the minigun. This was something that was data mined before the launch of Cold War even, and now we end up seeing it potentially coming here with Season 2. We saw Season 1 introduce the harp, so it seems like streaks are going to be continuing on throughout the year, being introduced maybe one per season. But those Warzone implications, this is where I want to come back to it here, talking about some stuff rounding out what we saw in this intro cinematic. This is based upon that interaction of our new friend Naga and Stitch. In this radio chatter back and forth, Naga says, "Adler secured and headed to you in Verdansk," to which Stitch replies, "Good, make them believe we care about the Nova 6 supply lines." Now, this is somewhat perplexing to me. Firstly, just in terms of setting, because this cutscene takes place in 1984, where Warzone takes place in 2019 and 2020, a present and modern-day Verdansk. So this, of course, ties into the story a little further that was set up within the intel missions for Warzone, that Verdansk was flourishing in the 80s, but we'd never seen that actually. So this question now comes to where that will lead us. Will we end up seeing something of a time jump here with maybe a map transition? The current rumors are that Verdansk will see some changes, but we'll also get that new map that was rumored for quite some time. But I'm really curious to see where this leads, because narratively, there's gotta be something there. Also, I'm very curious to see what they do with the Nova 6 storyline and narrative here at this. Definitely gonna be interesting to see where that goes, but Warzone looks to have some tie-ins here with Season 2 on a large scale. Interestingly enough, though, outside of the cinematic, we also got another teaser from Treyarch's Twitter, not the official COD socials, in which they tweeted, "Breach scale large, status 0% contained." So this is really interesting to me because this GIF has a flash of different images, but the one that really is front and center is the chandelier that looks like the Kino der Toten chandelier. But why would we see that again? We just got Fire Base C. I personally wouldn't expect, at least in terms of a new map, anything until at least late Season 2, maybe even until Season 3's launch. But Warzone did just have an outbreak mode data mined that this could be coming as a result. It's just interesting that Treyarch would be the ones tweeting this, so I'm curious to see where this leads as well. But as for timing, the trailer cinematic that we ended up getting from the Call of Duty socials says the season launches on the 25th, which is next Thursday, though what is kind of a wild card is the timing for which that launches. With a hard set date of the 25th, I think there's two possibilities here. One, an overnight update into the 25th like we've seen as of recently, which may not be as hard on the marketing, given on the West Coast, it's still the 24th on our normal times. So maybe this then leads to the fact that it will be available for preload that night leading into the 25th, but won't be playable in terms of that new content until 10 a.m. Pacific time, as we've seen in the past. So keep an eye out for that. We'll keep you up to date with anything you need to know in terms of a timing once it's ironed out, but bear that in mind. But in the meantime, we actually did get a little bit of information about what is coming this week. But before we jump into that, I'll tell you about my friends over at Gamer Advantage. We've talked about them before, yes, but seriously, they're one of the partners I think that I've benefited the most here from their product. I'm on my phone, at my desk, working on content, looking at my monitor for 6 to 8 hours a day at minimum. That takes a toll on your eyes with the excessive amount of blue light, but with their clinically proven lenses, True Color Tech, which reduces that yellow hue that you'd normally have on blue light glasses to an amount of absolutely zero, durable lenses and comfortable frames, they have tremendously helped me in my daily workflow. I've been using their glasses for about 3 months now, and I gotta say they've helped out a ton. If you're interested in learning more or perhaps picking up a pair for yourself, click the link at the top of the description below and consider using code ESPRESSO to save yourself 10% off your order. But as for what's upcoming in Cold War this week, we got a little bit of a detail from the Activision blog post talking about Throwback Mosh Pit for those classic maps of Raid, Express, and Nuketown, all put into one playlist. Snipers Only Mosh Pit returning, which I had a blast with this before, so excited to jump back into that. Finish ranking up my snipers here so I can end up getting Dark Ether and all the camos associated with that, and also then maybe getting some nice clips. Gunfight Blueprints is also returning as well. Then they detailed the final Mastercraft variant bundle we'll get in Season 1, that being the Retro Renegade bundle, which is coming on Thursday. That coming along with the Tape Deck KSP, which will play classic Treyarch tunes when inspecting the weapon. It'll pop in a little cassette into the cassette player and then pop it back out. That comes along with the Fast Tempo FFAR. If you're interested in that this coming Thursday, maybe maybe keep creator code Espresso in mind if you want to support the channel a little further. And then outside of that, we're going to see one final double XP and double Battle Pass XP event coming as of this weekend. Starting at 10 a.m. Pacific time on the 19th, that being Friday, you'll end up getting double XP and double Battle Pass XP all the way until the 22nd at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So make sure if you have any progress you need to finish up before the end of Season 1, you do it when you have an extra bonus here to help you along this weekend. But other than that, that's where we're at here at this, and that's what's to come up on deck. We're more than likely going to be getting more and more information and teasers in regards to Season 2 here in the coming days, so keep an eye out on the channel. We'll make sure that we'll keep you up to date with all that, but for now, that's where we're at. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section down below. Are you looking forward to Season 2 and what we learned about here today in the cinematic trailer and teaser? Maybe not so much, or whatever it is, feel free to let me know. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop a like down below, and of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Cold War, Warzone, and anything COD related. Season 2 is right around the corner, so we'll keep you up to date with absolutely anything you need to know. If you're interested, hit that subscribe button. If you also want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected outside of YouTube. Practically live on both those. If you guys want to share a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. But that said, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.